Today is day 10 for my Bonne Maman Advent Calendar. Let's see what's behind door number 10. Counter cooking. No kitchen, no problem. So here's door number 10. It is in the upper right-hand corner. Let's see what we have today. It says Season's Greetings. And we have raspberry rose spread. I don't think I've ever had this one before. Let's give this one a try. So I really enjoy raspberry jam, like raspberry preserves, and I like the aroma of roses, but I've never been a fan of like the flavor of it. So let's see how this tastes. This is actually really good. I'm absolutely shocked at how well rose flavor goes with raspberries. This is very much raspberry forward with just like a hint of roses. You definitely get the rose flavor. You kind of taste it after the raspberry. Let's take a look at the ingredients. So it's raspberries, sugar, brown cane sugar, rose extract, concentrated lemon juice, fruit pectin. I really like this. I'm surprised that I like it. This would be like so nice for a fancy afternoon tea. Today I'd like to see if I can make sourdough crumpets with the Dash egg bite maker. So what I have here is some sourdough starter. I fed it last night, so overnight it rose. And this is Einkorn flour sourdough starter. It's actually discard. And I fed the discard yesterday and it grew overnight. And this is what I am going to be using to make these crumpets. It's a really simple recipe, so all I need is 1 cup of starter, which I have in this bowl, a teaspoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and 3/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda. So I'm using a little bit less than half a teaspoon. And all I have to do is stir this together. Einkorn flour behaves a little bit differently than regular flour, so I don't know how these crumpets are going to look. But do you see what happens when I add the baking soda to the sourdough starter? It kind of foams up. I'm using my Dash egg bite maker, and the reason why is because I'm using a crumpet ring. And this crumpet ring is just a little bit too big to fit on a Dash mini griddle. And I thought it would be a perfect fit, but maybe I would need to buy crumpet rings that are a little bit smaller. And so it does fit in the Dash egg bite maker, so we'll see how it does here. So now what I want to do is I want to fill this up with the crumpet batter. I have just enough batter here to make like 1 crumpet. Like there's hardly anything left, which is odd, because I got this recipe online and it showed this making like 4 crumpets, but maybe this crumpet ring is bigger than the crumpet rings they used. I don't know. So now I just need to cook this until it's set. Now, I don't think I could cover this, can I? Oh yeah, look, I could cover that. The recipe that I looked at online cooked this on a griddle, like on a frying pan. So I don't know how it's going to come out in here. Let's see what happens. I'll cook it for a few minutes with the cover down, and then we'll just take a look at it and see. Maybe I need to cook the rest of it without the cover down. I don't know what it's going to do. It's been a minute now. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so this rose and it hit the top of the egg bite maker. You could tell because it's all flat on top. It's also a little bit browned on top. So that is very interesting. It's nice and firm. I don't know how long this is going to need to cook. I guess I'll just cook this for like 4 minutes and we'll see what happens at the 4-minute mark. It's been 4 minutes. Let's see what's going on in here. This is what it looks like. So it does not look like a traditional crumpet at all. The top here is nice and firm. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna stick a toothpick in it and see if the inside is cooked. Let's see what happens. Should I flip this over? Here's what the bottom looks like. Now I did grease this crumpet ring, but it might be sticking anyway. Like, I don't know. Is it done? Is the inside gonna be raw? I don't know. It's 180 inside. Let's cook this for 1 more minute and then let's take it off. It's been another minute or so. Let's open this up and let's take this off. Let's see if I can take this off. So here's my sourdough crumpet, and it does not look like a crumpet should look. And am I going to be able to get it out of this ring? Let me see if I could put a knife down the side. I guess I would need to put more oil on the ring, or maybe like oil and flour it. Okay, it should be loose. It should be loose now. Let's see if we can get it off. Look at that. That looks pretty good. The top of it doesn't look like a crumpet, because when I think of a crumpet, I think of like a lot of nooks and crannies on the top, like a lot of holes and stuff. But it did come out very nicely. Here's the side view of it. Let's see if we can cut it in half. What's going to happen? Will it cut, or is it going to crumble? How is this going to be? Oh, it's steaming hot. Look at that. Once again, this does not really remind me of a crumpet, but I'm dealing with einkorn flour here. And einkorn flour behaves differently than regular flour. It usually creates a bit of a denser crumb, and that's what this would be. Like when I think of an English muffin, this is not really what I think of, or even when I think of a crumpet, this is not really what I think of. But to me, this looks really good. So I'm excited to taste this. I'm going to taste this before I put anything on it. Flavor-wise, it does remind me of an English muffin. That was definitely too much salt in the recipe. I should have cut back on the amount of salt in the recipe, because these are a little bit too salty for me, but they're very good. I'm very happy with them. And the texture is definitely different than an English muffin. This crumb is softer than an English muffin, but also I don't eat an English muffin unless it's toasted. So maybe that's an issue that I'm having. Maybe because this is not toasted, that's why it's different for me. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat this side, and then this side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in the egg bite maker. Here's the egg bite maker, and let's toast this. So I'm going to put this cut side down, which should help toast that. Meanwhile, I'm putting some butter on this side, and this side's cooled down a lot, so this butter's probably not going to melt much. And I'm putting some of the raspberry rose fruit spread on this. And this is going to be delicious. I know that already. Okay, so let's taste this. That is so good. I'm so happy I got this crumpet ring, because it's a combination of sourdough, which is a little bit sour, and then it had the salt in it, so it's a little bit salty. Then I have the creamy buttery butter with the sweet raspberry rose on top. It is such a nice combination, like such a good bite. I'm just gonna eat the rest of this now because it's so good. Let's check out the second one. And let's see how this is doing. Okay, this side is toasted. It's still soft, but it is toasted more. Look how beautiful that is. So I looked at the recipe again, and it says to put a 1/4 cup of batter in each crumpet ring. So I definitely used more than a 1/4 cup of batter, but I really like the size of this crumpet or English muffin, whatever we're going to call it, because it's a really hearty size. I think if I only used a 1/4 cup of batter, in each one, they would be much thinner. They'd probably be maybe the thickness of this right now, or a little bit less. I mean, I still have a little bit of batter in the bowl. Now with this raspberry rose fruit spread, what was really interesting when I was eating the first half is that like you're eating it and it tastes like raspberry jam, and then all of a sudden you get like this rose flavor that fills your mouth. So it's really interesting fruit spread. I really like it. So here's the second one. Looks good. These are definitely nice toasted. Toasting gives them just a little bit more added crunch, but I'm going to enjoy this half just as much, if not more, than the first half. So that is how you can make an Einkorn Sourdough Crumpet in a Dash egg bite maker. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see what else we can make with the fruit spreads in this Bonne Maman Advent Calendar. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a very happy holiday season.